Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation. I think that it's always is very important to speak about social science, education, and humanities. My presentation now called Shadows and Light in the New Pedagogies and Generative School in San Luis, Argentina. My province, San Luis in Argentina, is a land of contrasts and some fantasies. It is a small province in Argentina, located in the center of the country. From December 1993 to December 2023, it only had 3 governors. 2 of them, Adolfo and Alberto Rodriguez Sá, the brothers, had 9 administrations. What about the education of San Luis? New pedagogies have gained prominence in education from early childhood to secondary school, although access to these alternative educational models remains limited for many families due to their cost. This educational change, which contrasts with traditional methods characterized by formalism, verticality, and memorization, seeks to eradicate this approach and offer more dynamic and meaningful educational experience. In Argentina, schools with alternative pedagogy are not widely contemplated, and the creation of a public institution with this model is difficult and expensive, restricting their accessibility. However, the province of San Luis has implemented different school formats that are wonderful in projects, are often disastrous in practice. Government departments always point out that these school formats expand pedagogical options and allow families to access innovative educational process, publicity, and free of charge. The model of self-managed school in San Luis. The experimental or self-managed school projects in the province of San Luis was born in the context of the educational policies promoted in Argentina since the 90s, inspired by the model of charter school in the United States. This project was a pioneer in the region and is part of necessary reform of the educational system. In 1999, San Luis launched the School 2008 project, which introduced self-managed schools. These institutions are managed by non-profit educational associations and financed by the state through a per-student payment system. The selection of this association is carried out through public calls, where the project present are evaluated in a competition. Currently, there are 20 schools that operate under this modality in San Luis province. The origin of the project is attributed to a proposal from the Government and Society Foundation to the government of San Luis, in which the liberal economist Miguel Ángel Broda participated. After an initial period of collaboration, the foundation ceases its relation with the government, and its key members joined the Center for the Implementation of Public Policies of Equity and Growth, which continue to provide technical assistance and auditing. Through its implementation, the project faced strong opposition from the education community, including the Coordinador of Parents for Public Education and Teaching Unions. Experimental schools are defined as a non-state public organization that operate between the state and the market, emerging as a response to the crisis of the state bureaucratic model and in search of a more efficient administration in the context of globalization. This school adopts the model of quasi-market in education, characterized by competition between providers, free choice of users, and public financing with market mechanisms. After 20 years of operation, the self-managed and generative school in St. Louis continued to generate more doubts than certainties. Teachers at this institution worries about their poor working conditions. There is not a single regime and educational association adopt different management approach. The complaints include job insecurity, undignified conditions, lack of adequate regulatory frameworks, and administration without training in education who make arbitrary decisions. The other model is a generative school. The generative school in St. Louis represents a novel and accessible educational proposal. This public free institution differs from the traditional system, both in their pedagogical methods and in their infrastructure. The building of these schools are spacious, modern, and sustainable, designed with a panel system for better thermal condition and lower air condition cost. The teaching model is based on a dynamic that promotes significant learning and considers students in their entirety, integrating both cerebral hemispheres and physical, emotional, and energetic aspects. These schools are not organized into grades and offer both primary and secondary levels. They focus on developing 7 pedagogical X in a balanced way and provides an environment that fosters confidence and freedoms, adapting to the natural needs and interests of children. The law of generative school in St. Louis allows this institution to have a framework that goal and operates under the supervision of the Provincial Minister of Education. This provides official support similar to that of any other public school. The generative school, created in 2016 with an educational innovation programs of the Ministry of Education in St. Louis, are committed to an innovative design of space and methodologies. Teachers accompany the learning process focused on the academic and emotional without teaching content in a traditional way. Knowledge is appropriate thought projects, activities and problems that enhance the curiosity and autonomy of students. This school focus their educational projects on diverse themes and activities such as sports, culture, art, and global warming, allowing the students' interest to guide their learning. They combine innovation, play, and freedom to generate didactic alternatives that encourage creativity, observation, and research, adapting to the interests and needs of the students. The administration of the generative school corresponds to an organization called Universidad de la Punta, a provincial organization that has historically been a space for hearing labor for the ruling party in St. Louis, Peronist Party. It also manages the digital schools, and both generative and digital schools offer their teachers temporarily for 12-month contracts. The new pedagogy represented by this school in St. Louis, Argentina, are still far from offering a meaningful and accessible educational alternative, After 8 years of operation, the generative school in San Luis continued to generate more doubts than certainties. Teachers of this institution expressed numerous complaints about their working conditions. This is a single regimen and educational association adopt different management approach. The complaints include job insecurity, undignified condition, lack of an adequate regulatory frameworks, and administrators without training in education who make arbitrary decisions sometimes. Well, this is the end. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you so much.